as those whom God has placed over you in this world. With all fear, you are to be subject to them and obey them in all things possible and lawful, with good will and with endeavor to please them well, so that there may be no occasion for fault-finding or correction. Let servants serve their masters as faithfully behind their backs as before their faces. God is present to see, even if the masters are not. You must be eye servants and men pleasers, but seek in all you do to please God, your Master in heaven. Should you fall into the hands of hard and unjust masters and suffer wrongfully, your course, according to divine command, is to bear it patiently, referring your case to God, to God, to God, to God, to God, to God.
People did not call you. They don't need one. People did not call you. They don't need one. People did not call you. They don't need one. People did not call you. They don't need one. People sang around you. They don't need one. People sang around you. They don't need one. People in the valley. People in the valley. People sustain people. People sustain people. People in the morning. People in the evening. People on the mountain. People in the valley. People cherish people. People cherish
people needed dance music maybe more than ever in America because the country was in such doldrums. So I think people needed the escape of going to the Savoy, to those other places to dance. They needed those bands. As an antidote to the Depression, I think swing music did as much as MGM musicals to help America through.
Swing provided Hollywood with its theme music and offered entertainment, elegance, and escape for a people down on their luck. Radios and jukeboxes could be heard playing swing along every main street in America, providing the accompaniment for a host of exhilarating new dances. The Big Apple and Little Peach, the Shack and Super Q, and the dance that has started it all, the Lindy Hop, now called Jitty Button. Millions of white Americans who had never listened to jazz before suddenly filled ballrooms and theaters all over the country. The Aragon in Chicago, the Alcazar in Baltimore, and the Alibaba in Oakland. The Twilight in Fort Dodge, Iowa, and the Moonlight in Canton, Ohio. The Arcadia Ballroom in Detroit, the Paramount Theater in New York, and the Palomar Ballroom in Los Angeles, where Benny Goodman had thrilled audiences with his version of the music first played by Louis Armstrong, Fletcher Henderson, Chick Webb, and Duke Ellington.
He was playing a swing, rough music that had been played in black communities for years. Ellington, wrote the Don't Be a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing 3 years earlier, and Chick Webb's band was doing it, Fletcher Henderson. It swept the country. It unleashed some kind of pent-up excitement and physicality that I think nobody was quite prepared for. Also, this was a depression. It was not an easy period. And this was a music that was just pure pleasure, pure physical pleasure.
The band rode on around New York's Paramount Theater, lines stretching for blocks. People dancing in the aisles. Their response was spontaneous and happy. Swing was here. The swing era had truly arrived, and they could wait to crown their king.
Savoy Ballroom was integrated. The other clubs were segregated. The Cotton Club, the blacks could not go in there, I don't care how much money you had. The night that Benny Goodman came to play against Chick Webb, this was an electrical night. This was, the air of being around the Savoy Ballroom. Here's Benny Goodman, the king of swing, and here's Chick Webb, the king of swing, the king of swing. As far as we're concerned, and this Chick Webb going up against Benny Goodman. And when they get on the bandstand, this is when you can know which band is the best, by listening to them play the same arrangement. To me, Chick Webb, I swung Benny Goodman. I said the same thing in you. I'm not saying this because it's Chick Webb or because I'm being prejudiced, but to me, I feel that Chick Webb outswung Benny Goodman that night. Right. Because I saw guys on Benny Goodman's bandstand when Chick Webb was playing. I seen guys on that, they said this. They just shook their heads.
to change the name of rock and roll, you may as well make it Chuck Berry. Well, Chuck Berry took the guitar and gave it life, gave it purpose. Chuck Berry was like all those guys, he wasn't run off. The standard framework of rock and roll is the guitar breaks, the grooves. That wouldn't exist without Chuck Berry.
He is reflected in his lyrics, in his music, in the way he dresses, in the dance that he invented, all those things. This is his originality, this is his art.
When I was in first, second grade, and the classic goes on, well, my dad's a fireman, and cool, and well, my dad's a policeman, and I said, well, my dad's the king of rock and roll.
Money Royce, my father brought him in, and he played 2 songs. When they heard the second song, Ida Red, they immediately looked at each other, my father and uncle, because we were very aware that different, unusual, unique sounds were very popular to the black community. We weren't even thinking white.
Maybe they weren't, but what Chuck had was a plan. I'm the only one that has. The road to success was modern and fashionable, but Chuck's songs were full of farm animals and girls called Ida Red. A makeover was called for, and with an eye to the main chance, Ida Red became Maybelline, renamed for a brand of the sky.
In those days, the radios had buttons you pushed for each station. He was compulsively pushing the button, listening for our records. All of a sudden, he pushed the button, and then came Maybelline by Chuck Berry. And he looked at me and he said, wow, we're on WIN, we've got it. Because they never played black music. And in fact, when Chuck Berry broke, many of the disc jockeys and radio stations in America didn't realize he wasn't white. And when they found out he was black, a lot of them pulled the record.
Jackie Wilson, Detroit's hottest singer, had a hit with a song written by Gordy and a friend of his, Billy Davis.
It was very important to make sure it had crossover potential. It had to have a sound that wasn't threatening to the general audience of pop disc jockeys and the program directors, threatening anything that was too funky, too bluesy. It was a little bit threatening. No, that's not for our audience. This would be the feel that you would get. So it was okay for it to have a rhythm and a beat, as long as you didn't get too funky with it.
You got it. I know you got it all. Hey, you can do it when we're here. I
that blacks are put into class. And they are experienced in what they have begun to call the white back.
And we're talking about studio gangsters. That's what we basically talking about. And then you got the whole world food like he's some hardcore gangster from the streets and they never stop from a counting company.
That's right.
It teaches you everything. Learn jive talk 101. That's okay. You too can learn to walk back. No, never. I'm sorry. Yes. You too can be a black streethood. But this class is for dark-skinned blacks only. Light-skinned or yellow blacks don't get full course. Here's a student in our dance class. I'm still at TV. Just happened to be under my coat. I don't know nothing, policewoman, Kojak, Ironside. Yeah, I'm a gang leader. I'm in the warlords, the vice lords, the onion head. Let's talk to a graduate.
What should I do? Fetch me before he makes me feel better. Sing for the royal board, sing for the royal board, sing for the royal board.
royal hall. Read it aloud, put fire. Read it aloud now. You fucking fool! What? Niggas don't talk. All they do is this. Let me see. All they do is this. Off with his head! They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. You wanna see what I'm sure? They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. They cool with the vacation malls and leaving from the land where you fall. But you can't quite wrong. Just a slip like a cat eyes. Strong truth is walking alone. Zone 3. Keep covers man under. We used to break through an 8-3. Too high, jumping to the storm. They don't like this. They bring their grace. Like everybody jumping for their knees. Yeah.
On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some gas like Taurus. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meals today, fettuccine and bill, but still, everything's real in the field. And what you can't have now, leave when you will. But no, not me, but trying to bury 7 zeros over in Rio. DJ Perry ain't nobody still, but I wanna be heard on your hot 9-7 every day. That's my work.
I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
We have one. Sorry. If there are any questions, maybe questions that you recorded at the end of the talk, questions you'd like to share, any questions at all, we're happy to take those now. Yes? They can be directed to any member of the group as well. We can just always pass the mic. Oh, would you like the mic? That's maybe someone should be, oh, I understand, I'm sorry. Vincent will pass the mic around. Don't, he may not. That's my husband. Say hi, husband. The second mic isn't on, apparently. It's okay. We can hear you.
That was really amazing. Thank you so much for creating that. And I really like how you literally played with color, the costumes, and the scarves, and especially I have a question about the Charlie. And who I was thinking about this hand that moves the dancers and this hand that is literally coming in from outside and shaping. And I'm just curious, in your process of creating that, if you saw that hand being. And I also then I had this crazy moment where we're all like hand that speech Charlie, but I don't think that's what you intended with that. But it is a funny.
Charlie, do you want to speak to that? Okay. I think that in all of my listening to hip hop, which is a lot, probably not as much as it was in college and graduate school, I'm waiting for hip hop to grow up with me. I still have hope that it will happen. But MCs are always talking about the A&R, the artist and repertoire, if that's the correct term for any of you people who are in the business, maybe you know, but these people who create image for them. And over and over again, watching videos, even at the beginning of the Luke video, the Pop That Coochie video that we did, there's a table where a bunch of kind of producers are sitting, and it's 3 white guys and 3 white ladies, and they're talking about basically creating another entertainment. So I think, and again, part of the narrative that I'm hearing, actually when I was doing searches, because I was trying to think, that's why I have a handshake at the end with the black character and the white character, the complicity. I think a lot about, Jay-Z is a producer, he is in black skin. It's not just about people in white skin or people in black skin necessarily, it's about serving white supremacy. And I think no matter what color of skin you have, you can maybe work to that aim. If you put capitalist aims above cultural aims or about social aims or spiritual aims. But again, the research, I was always finding that producers were these kind of white men. Again and again, in the examples that we use. So Charlie was playing that character. I do think, though, that what you spoke to about how all of us are the Charlie, all of us kind of like that gladiator, are you not entertained? And we keep buying it. We buy Pop That Coochie, so that's what, coochies will keep popping, keep buying it. Any other questions?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. Yes, go ahead.
Is the choreography collaborative?
Yes, a lot of our choreography is collaborative also. So part of what Guardian does, again, which was said earlier, is we practice, perform, and pass on. And I was inspired by a teacher I had once, Baba Hardendag. He's Senegalese traditional African dance teacher. And he's from Senegal, he knows dances from Gambia, he knows dances from Mali, he knows dances from Guinea. He knew all these things and spoke all these languages. And I said, well, as African Americans, why don't we know all these things as well? But I realized he was raised as a griot, so he grew up from a small child learning all these different things. And since I didn't have that privilege, we kind of came to it late as adults. So, we came as B-boys and as Lindy Hoppers and as house dancers and as, West African traditional dancers. And we collaborate in that way. So if there's a moment where someone has a deeper level of expertise about something, we defer to that person.
I was thinking about your lecture and realized
point about I forget what you called it, but basically Chappelle and why the skit that kind of stopped the Chappelle show. And I was thinking about how you combat this. I don't know if you perform this dance other places or not, and I think your lecture spoke a lot to this, but I was wondering how, basically people laughing for the wrong reason. I was wondering how you process that in your own art. The last word, how I process that in your own art. Sorry, in my own art. Guys, anyone else who wants to jump in, please do, because I feel like it's been a lot of my voice. He just said, I love your voice. What's great to hear. I talked about that because I realized since we've been rehearsing, people love the Vanilla Ice part. They love that. And I wondered why they love that so much. And I thought this whole thing is about the process of the culture to community pipeline. Here's, a praise dance that becomes a minstrel show. And here is a dance about combating Jim Crow, which becomes a never-ending competition, race to the top. And here is hip-hop music, which is about speaking back about the devastation of what it means to live in cities and under racism and poverty. And we're going to turn it into pop that coochie, And like everyone's favorite part is Vanilla Ice. Now, I love Vanilla Ice. I used to, it was fun for me, and it's fun and it's funny. It is a moment of levity, but I wondered if it was a moment of forgetting for people. Forget what that was about. Forget that we just saw a woman, the beginning picture with Honest Town. Forget that we just saw that, but we'll remember Vanilla Ice. I wondered if people's take home was going to be Vanilla Ice, because that was the moment where it was funny out and you can forget the context. The thing that wasn't funny about Vanilla Ice is that he was a more marketable commodity. That we can be the mascot, but we can't be the owner of the team. You can, maybe Chuck Berry is what rock and roll should be called, but Elvis has got to be the king because he just won't sell if Chuck Berry's the king. They just won't play his records. Oh, hip hop is nice, but what we need is a nice Justin Timberlake type. We need a nice Vanilla Ice type. Like I wanted people to forget. I wanted that moment of laughing was a moment to forget. So we've come to the end of our time. I do invite you to share your questions. We're thinking about how to continue the conversation. But if you have questions that you've written down that you are interested in having answered that maybe you didn't want to ask in this venue in this way, or we just didn't get to you, please do give those questions to me along with your email address, and we will address those questions because they're important. It's important for me to understand, and part of getting out of the Chappelle conundrum is to really know what people's takeaway is, not just imagine myself what it is. So thank you all very much, and thank you all. Started direct to you. If there was nothing that she could do about it, it was not her fault. It was because we didn't prepare for the Mac PC issue. We do apologize for that.
But can we give it up for the sound people that went
Give it up for the sound people who thank you all very much for being here, and thank you, husband.
Thank you all for coming. I just wanted to say that thank you all for the gifts. It's really the gifts. A reminder that our next event is Wednesday, March 25th. Dr. Jared Ball, the professor of communications at Morgan State, will be here. And then just building on what Breai said, not just questions, but ideas. Clearly there's a lot to this conversation. There are other forums. This was an amazing performance and lecture. There may be other forms of collaboration or ideas that you have. Please feel free to contact me, Breai, so stay in touch. Thanks, everyone.